You brought up Bobby Brown's name, right? I just read a story. You got to confirm this for me. You know, I'm a little younger than my brothers. Y'all both got to confirm this for me. Hold on, Fabian. Hold on, bro.
I'm just hoping it doesn't involve Queens dudes.
No, you got to confirm this for me. Comment, y'all got to confirm this for me too. Is it true? So, are you familiar with the dude named Preacher from back?
Yeah.
He's from, yeah.
Okay.
Terrible Starfleet. Go ahead.
Word.
Okay, so
the
confirm
black
this for me. I'm a little younger. Chill.
Go ahead, because this is we kind of grew up on listening to about this shit. But go ahead.
So time out. Yeah, we know Bobby was getting high, right? But so Bobby owes Preacher $25,000, and they run down on him in the spot. They kidnap him, and then they up it to $400,000.
And Whitney get him.
And then Whitney goes and brings the bag to get him.
So let me just say this
story, but I didn't know it was Preacher. Like, I'm into the documentaries and all that, but I didn't know that was connected to that. That's why I'm like, you brought up Bobby Brown. I had to ask my brothers. Y'all a little older than me.
So I'm gonna just say this: Bobby Brown was really outside. Does it make you gangster tough? I'm not saying. I'm just saying, Flea, that story is true for one.
Okay.
For two, Bobby Brown was really outside. Bobby Brown is a maniac, bro. Respectfully, legend. But Bobby Brown at that time was nuts, bro. Nuts. Yeah. That story is definitely true.
That's a real that name, Preacher is a real. That's a touchy name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
especially New York uptown. That's a very touchy name. But that's why I say this, and I'm gonna spin this and smooth out of this very quickly, Flea. That's why I say 50 Cent better not fuck up this New York gangster story. You better go. He said he hired the HBO dudes from Boardwalk Empire and all whatever the hell else he was doing. You got to make the Boardwalk Empire like the black version in New York, because you know all the guys. Like the thing about 50 for me is that all the people that we heard, he knew them as a kid. So I'm not saying he knew Preacher, but the other dudes that we heard about, you knew them and you're about to make a story about them? This is kind of surreal. Nobody in Hollywood could do that. So names like that. Have y'all seen Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah.
If he does it like that, because I'm not a fan of Power, I got to be mindful of my words. I'm not a fan of Power whatsoever. None of that shit. You do something like The Wire, Boardwalk Empire type. You got those HBO guys to do this. This is to The Wire and Boardwalk Empire. What's the shit from the West Coast that the dudes want when they saw the freebasing and they saw selling crack and all that?
Snowfall.
Because Snowfall means better than all of that.
You gotta Snowfall is one of the best for me. One of the best shows ever. But.
Right. Except I'm sorry. The Wire is the best, but you gotta be in line with that because it's the story. Even with the BMF thing, is like you could have done that better. But you can't do what you did with BMF to these stories. These stories are it's too easy to make crazy because it's unbelievable. All the shit you talking about, Flea, we heard all that shit.
They stripped them naked.
That's what they did, bro. That's why when you hear like people make fun of Biggie now, don't you know my kidnap kids?
Yeah, throw them over the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. That's what is playing in the back of your mind. These are the things that are being said growing up in the 80s. Don't go over there. It was that's why when they made it dangerous now, it's very random. But you could not go outside when the lights went out. Mm-hmm. It was dangerous. And they had boundaries. Stories like that from people like that are the reason why. That name, even connection, everything about even the Uptown thing. I remember when with the whole Rich Porter thing. I remember when they made the paper. I didn't know who they were. I was 9 years old. That shit made the national newspaper. Somebody got their finger cut off, or they kidnapped them, and then they killed them. Shit.
Hold on, real quick. Always gotta shout out young ladies. Latoria B. You are 100. Latoria, you are 100, 1000% correct. Louis jammed everything up. That is a fact. That is a fact. Man, big shout out to her for that. Yes.
Yeah. Rayful Edmonds just passed away. Okay, I didn't know because everything that passes by the screen now, I'm just like, I don't know, but
he wasn't even home. He wasn't even home for a year.
Right, but that's another crazy, again. There's a connection there. It's just like all this stuff we kind of grew up on. And it's kind of, I don't say, I guess it is sad, but it's just reality. That's why I hope 50 really does this well, because you could tie it to Rayful Edmonds. It's too crazy what he got going on, like, and especially in the position that he's in. I got a studio, all this space in Louisiana, whatever the hell he's at. Nah, that's too. Nah, 50 got to do this right.
50 turning into the hood Tyler Perry, bro. In a respectful, good way.
Yeah, he's putting it together.
I'm telling you.
He's putting
it together. What? See, my thing is in life, you know, what 50 is doing, whether we like the projects or not, he's taking an initiative and doing it. And people are working and getting jobs. Nobody else is doing it. You got Hove, you got Dr. Dre, you got, before P. Diddy got into his problems, you know, we have billionaires, black guys that people, ain't nobody doing 50 Cent doing, bro. Like, simple and plain. So I root for him all day. Now, you know, like I said, the power, the first one with Ghost in them, legendary. These spinoffs, it's kind of out of control, but I get it. Maybe they're tending to the youth and not old heads like us. But what's name grew on me. It started off slow, but I'm starting to like it now. The one that's like the one that's about him as a young man with Rocky, the girl. Kanan Starr. Yeah. So like that's gradually coming along because it also has a good storyline. You correct, Fabian. BMF is kind of all over the place and it's a bit much, but once again, he's at least taking the initiative. And I don't see no other, you know, young black, Dominican, Hispanic man or woman attempting to do what he's doing, bro. Like real talk. And it's sad because just imagine if we had 10 50 cents that's reaching out and giving back to the culture. He's the only one doing it by himself. Simple and plain. And ever since he's been in this position, you've never heard nobody complain about him. Nobody, maybe except the guy that played Ghost. But like 50 Cent said, but 50 Cent say, on the other hand, you also hear him say how many times I gave him money because he was jammed up. So for me, that's what I told y'all. For me, 50 Cent is in my top 5 greatest rappers of all time. And 50 Cent might be the GOAT of hip hop. We can have that discussion another time, but we praise Jay-Z, we praise Dr. Dre, we praise Puff. I think 50 Cent is better than all of them as a businessman, and as a leader and a boss. I think he got all of them beat, bro.
Yeah, I'm not rolling. I love 50, and I'm from Queens, so I love it. But that's a bigger conversation. I think we could spend some other time on that. But
right,
would you consider that a gamble? It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all hoops, football, and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code ABTV. That's code ABTV for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. When you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive a reward. The bet must win to receive the reward. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball.